Hi, I'm Robert Gebhardt and I'm a freelance translator. I've been translating for about 9 years now, and I'm earning a living from it. Which means that I earn a living freelance translating. So I have clients. My clients are now in Switzerland, Italy, US, France, Taiwan, and other places anyway. And I've been translating from, right now I'm in Switzerland. About a month ago I was in Charleston, South Carolina in the US. And before that I was in Taiwan, off and on for 4 years. I was by off and on I mean because my wife and I, we went for about a month and a half. We were in Tuscany, then we were in Switzerland, we were in the south of France for a bit, and we also spent about 2 months or so in Washington, D.C. So as you can tell, I'm location independent. And I obviously, during all this time I was working. So it wasn't really vacation, but I got to live in different places while working. I had that flexibility. Now, it took me a while to get there. As I said, I've been translating for about 9 years now. And so it's not something that can happen overnight or anything along those lines, but it can happen. And I'm proof of that. Now, for some people, obviously, traveling might not be the big attraction, right? You might want to just have more flexibility. You might want to have time. Recently, I had a friend of mine, she wants to start working again because she has kids, but she wants the flexibility to be there for her kids. And so I was talking about translation with her because she's done translation in the past. In fact, she used to work on translation in her company. And so I was talking about this with her. I think it would be perfect because she can basically choose her own hours and even choose her own clients after a while and be picky enough so that she can be there for her kids and for life's moments. Also, if you just maybe want to have the flexibility of working night times or weekends or having an extra job, because I have another friend who wants exactly that, who basically already has a job but would like something else that he can work on part-time. Of course, he never knows when that part-time will be exactly. It depends on his job. So it's hard for him to find a real job that gives him that flexibility. But if he works on his own as a freelance translator, he can have that flexibility. So I just find it to be, if you have this option of being a translator, why not be a freelance translator? If you do speak more than one language, and if you've translated from one language to another, why not try this so then you can work for yourself and you can have this flexibility? Anyway, I just wanted to talk about this because I realized that while there are many courses out there that teach you how to be a translator, and teach you about linguistics, teach you about the best way to translate from one language to the other and the theory behind translation and the different types of translation from poetry to prose to literature, business translation, etc., etc. All of these prepare you to be a translator in a translation agency, say, or to be a translator in a law firm, in a bank, or in a school, or etc., etc. But none of them teach you the steps for basically how to become a freelance translator and work on your own terms. So this is why I created this course. What I have in this course is basically a list or a documentation of everything that I've done, including the mistakes I've made so you don't have to make them. I'm not very snazzy, as you can probably see. I'm from Switzerland, as I said. Also, making videos isn't what I do for a living. I'm a freelance translator. So you're not going to find very snazzy videos. They're not going to be with a lot of frills and thrills and all that good stuff. But I will document exactly all the steps that I've been taking and hopefully enough tips and tricks and recommendations to help you out with what you're doing. And also, I highlight a bunch of the mistakes I made so you don't have to make them. And that's pretty much it. So I have this course and it should have all the information needed available there. And so please check it out and let me know any feedback you have, what worked for you, what didn't, what recommendations you might have. I'd love to hear from people. I love to hear about success stories. I also love to hear about any issues you might have or things you think I should add or maybe take out from the course, etc., etc. So without any further ado, I'll let you get on and get started. And I wish you all the best in your future career as a freelance translator.